I get asked all the time, Eric, should I get my real estate license? Do I need it? In today's video, we're going to cover the positives and negatives with getting a real estate license. So before I even got into the wholesale game and the creative finance stuff, I was actually going to school to become an agent. Real estate school is no joke. It's not easy. And what I think a lot of people don't realize is all the information that you're taught there is not practical. It's nothing that you're going to be doing on the day-to-day. A lot of it is just pertaining to the legality side of being an agent. So to answer the first question, you do not need a license to get into wholesaling or to pull off creative financing. Now, I will say there is a lot of benefits to getting a license, so let's start there. So the first advantage you'll have if you're wholesaling and doing creative finance and you do have a license, you'll actually be able to double dip on your own deals. So watch this. Say you're calling on-market stuff, right? You're on Zillow, you're calling agents listings, and we call Bob. Hey, Bob, I came across your house on 123 Main Street. You know, that house you got listed. Yeah, and we try and work a deal with Bob. Well, me not being licensed, I can only make my fee. Okay, yeah, I go into contract, I sign for a fee, whatever. Make my check. You as a licensed salesperson, just by you going into contract with Bob, you'll be able to keep half of the commission. So it's a $100,000 home. Bob's got the agent in contract for a 6% commission. You're like, hey, Bob, I'll buy it, but I also want my commission because I'm licensed. Boom. Now you just got $3,000. You got an extra 3% on the deal. Other piece with that too, you're working with other wholesalers, other students in our Discord. If you're in that state, if you're part of that MLS, you can also tap into their deals and make extra money as well. Hey guys, any of you guys making offers to agents in this area, let me make the offer, and you'll be able to make a lot of additional income just by representing other people in our group. Another advantage you'll have is if you got a buyer's list going and you start working these relationships, these buyers that you're wholesaling deals to, they'll come to you if you're licensed and you can list them. So now not only are you making a fee when you buy it, wholesale fee, you also made the commission if it was listed with an agent, but now your third piece is going to be the commission when you list it when your buyer's done flipping the property. So you basically get to get paid 3 times on one deal. Now, another advantage you'll have if you're licensed is you'll have access to the MLS. There's actually several things you'll be able to do with the MLS. So first thing is going to be comping properties. Some states like Texas as an example, when you're trying to comp on Zillow or these other sites, it might not show what these other homes sold for. So when you're an agent and you have the MLS access, you can go right in there and you'll be able to comp properties fairly easily. Another awesome piece to having MLS access is you'll be able to pull what's called expired listings list. These are people that had their homes up with other agents and the listing expired, right? So the seller decided to take it down. They ran out of the contract. So the sellers might still want to sell the home, but now it's off market. If you know about creative finance, this is a great list to have. Because most of the time when the house didn't sell with the agent, that normally tells us that they were priced too high. With seller finance, we get offered more than what it's even worth. So that's a great source of leads. The other piece of data you'll be able to pull is all the cash sales in the area. This is great to build your buyers list, so you could pull that list, skip trace it, and then reach out. Hey, I saw you bought the house on 123 Main Street. Are you actively investing? Boom, you got a really solid cash buyers list. Now, so those are some of the positives to having a license. Now let's talk about the negatives. There's not a lot, but the first negative piece I see is, again, that schooling, right? If you're not book smart, it's definitely going to be challenging, and it does take some time to get your license. The next piece that follows that is the fees that come along with you carrying a license. You're only licensed if you're under a brokerage. So it's not, oh, I have my license and I'm licensed forever. No, you got to be under a brokerage, and then you got to pay your annual dues to keep your license active. It's not a crazy amount of money, maybe a few $100 to a couple $1,000 depending on where you're at, what MLS service you're with, but it is an additional cost to keep in mind. So the last negative piece I see to you having a license is that depending on where you're at, you may by law have to disclose that you're a licensed agent when you're dealing with sellers. The reason this is negative is sometimes you need to disclose that if you're going into contract for a low ball price, below market value with the seller, you got to put it out there to them. So like, hey, just so you know, I am licensed. I do, you need to be aware that you're selling your home to me below market value, and basically that you can't come back and sue me for that. So looking at this whole list, the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, Eric, why haven't you just pushed yourself to do it? And that's a great question. So if you could just get creative, and the stuff I teach you in the Discord, we can actually have the same positives as if I was licensed without me being licensed. So a lot of these benefits, these pluses, to having a license, I'm able to still get those benefits with the relationships that I have with other agents. I have the same MLS access, saving on commissions, all that good stuff. So you just got to pick and choose what you really want to do. If you guys like content like this, let me know down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.